Glad to be here.
Form 1 row Lockheed Martin registered R3D.
Hoping for a better flight this time. I'm going to do it over. The landing was okay, but FS Airlines canceled out that flight that day. I don't know what happened there, but they did. So it wasn't a bad landing. When I went and looked at the report, it was like a negative 283. But yeah, we're doing it over. So
No smoking, sign off.
pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist.
No smoking, sign on.
Oxygen.
Tested.
Navigation, transfer, and display switches.
Normal and auto.
Window heat.
On.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Flight instruments.
Heading set. Altitude set.
Parking brake.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
Checklist complete.
Door 1 closed. Unknown cursor. Left forward fuel pump on.
So yeah, we're headed back to Charlotte. And
Abu
it
low
was
oil pressure
windy
light on.
though. There was pretty high wind gusts.
Abu low oil pressure light off. Abu Gen 1 off, buzz light on. Engine generator off, buzz light on. Abu Gen 1 off, buzz light off. Engine generator off, buzz light off. Ground power not available.
Let's see.
Left aft fuel pump on. Right aft fuel pump on. Center left fuel pump on. Center right fuel pump on. Right forward fuel pump on. Center left fuel pump off. Center right fuel pump off. Electrical hydraulic pump 2 on. Electrical hydraulic pump 1 on. Left pack off. Right pack off. Auto throttle arm switch off. Auto throttle light off. Normal cursor. Unknown cursor. Beacon on.
Dear passengers, this is to inform you that the aircraft door is closed and we will be ready for departure. In order for us to push back, we would require that all passengers are seated with their seatbelts fastened and seats in the upright position. All carry-on luggage should now be either in the overhead compartments or under the seat in front of you. The cabin crew will be passing to make their final safety checks before departure. Thank you.
No smoking, sign off.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door.
Closed and locked.
Fuel. 1, 4, 9er, 9er, 5, pound.
Checked.
Passenger signs.
On.
MCP. V2, 1, 5, 3, heading 2, 1, 5, altitude 3, 5, 0, 0, 0, takeoff speeds. V1, 1, 4, 0, VR, 1, 4, 2, V2, 1, 5, 3.
Set.
CDU pre-flight,
Completed.
rudder and aileron trim,
Free and zero.
taxi and takeoff briefing,
Normal cursor.
Completed.
LID3DV4
Anti-collision light.
Decoded textual weather for
On.
KDTW.
checklist complete.
Ground crew from cockpit.
Go ahead.
Ready for
Waiting for ready
pushback.
for pushback call.
Steering pin inserted.
Target
Release
brake off.
brakes. Starting push. Cleared to start engines.
Say nose left, nose right, or stop pushback. 1 knots ground speed.
Start engines.
Starting engine 2.
No smoking, sign on. Unknown cursor.
All right. So far, so good. Just a couple days to go, and Thanksgiving will be here.
Number 2 starter engaged. Number 2 generator active.
Starting engine 1.
All right.
Number 1 starter engaged. Number 1 generator active.
Stopping pushback.
Set
Set parking
unknown
brake.
cursor. Parking brake on. Ops when
Steering
form
pin
101 column.
removed.
Edit red only
Clear to
multi-line 86
taxi.
for engines
Have a
to
great
stand 7
flight.
hold. Pushback completed.
We should have the after start flow kick in here. It's the one thing that sometimes it skips, and I don't know.
CTRL to skip. 65 secs for engines to stabilize semi hold.
Just gotta stabilize.
CTRL to skip. 56 secs for engines to stabilize semi. CTRL to skip.
You can tell when it doesn't do it because you don't hear the fans or anything at the moment. The packs aren't on. None of that stuff's on.
Connected button. Edit red only multi-line selected 13 secs for engines to stab. CTRL to skip. 7 secs for engines to stabilize semi hold. CTRL to skip. 2 secs for engines to stabilize semi hold. CTRL. ZFGWT colon ZFW colon 132,802 bar fuel colon 14,919 GWT colon ZFW colon 132,802 bar fuel colon 14,917.
I'm gonna look at
Lockheed
something
Lockheed
here real
Martin
quick.
Panels preview level 0 expanded level 1 flight con electrical 1 of 1 fuel 1 of MCP 1 of 1 level 1 iron 1 of 1 level 1 MCP add course grouping left course edit right course edit left FD checkbox checked right FD checkbox checked throttle grouping add arm checkbox not checked N1 off button speed edit selected 153 speed off button speed INT altitude level change alt INT alt hold off verticals VS button V nav off heading grouping heading edit selected 215 heading select off button L nav off button autopilot modes grouping VOR lock approach off button CMDA off button CMDB off button CWSD off CWS panels preview MCP 1 iron 1 of 1 level 1 engines 1 of 1 level 1 hydraulics 1 of 1 level air systems 1 of 1 level 1 left pack grouping off radio button checked right pack grouping off radio button checked trim air checkbox checked recirculation fans grouping left recirc fan checkbox not checked checked right recirc fan checkbox not checked left recirc fan checkbox checked not checked unknown cursor trim air check right recirc fan bleed air grouping engine 1 bleed checkbox checked engine 2 bleed checkbox checked list panels preview air systems 1 of 1
Alright,
level
I'm
1
gonna listen to him and see what he does.
Lockheed Mark form 1 edit red only multi CFG PR cop before taxi pre-flight after pre-flight flow after start flow button pressed pre-flight before copilot start PRF CFG MSG but right pack edit red on odd button PRF button odd button Abu bleed off PRF button CFG button MSG odd button PRF CFG button MSG odd button edit red checking ice protection panel
I missed it.
taxi on
I'd look at the manual.
setting flaps setting flaps setting flaps setting flaps setting flaps setting flaps flaps 0 setting RCDU Lex PG setting RCDU Lex PG flaps 0 flaps 1 setting RCDU Lex PG flaps 1 setting XPNDR flaps 1 setting XPNDR Flap
Setting
2.
expander.
ZFW colon 130 ZFW colon 132,800 ZFW colon 100
Okay.
737 cockpit Lockheed Martin registered Lockheed Martin registered R3D registered V4. No smoking, sign off.
Taxi checklist. Taxi checklist.
Form 1 row 1. Edit red on ZFW colon 132,802 bar fuel colon. Lockheed Martin registered 737 cockpit row 1 737 cockpit handles preview air systems 1 to 1. Form 1 edit. Before start taxi CHKLST button pressed.
Taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
Croaky.
On.
Anti-ice.
Set.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brakes.
RTO.
Flight controls.
Alright.
Full left. Full right. Full back. Full forward.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Cleared.
Checklist complete.
Lockheed Martin registered normal cursor. GSX dash select parking facilities. GSX dash follow me service request follow me 1 colon yes 2 colon just warp me there. Blank sound off sound on. Unknown cursor auto throttle arm switch on auto throttle light on. Parking brake
Parking
off.
brake off.
0 knots ground speed.
Before takeoff checklist.
No smoking sign on. No smoking sign off.
Before takeoff checklist. I don't know what this guy's doing.
Form 1 row 1 column 2 normal cursor. Taxi CHKLST button.
Let me see
Lockheed
something real quick.
Lockheed Martin registered parking brake on.
Parking brake on.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to look at something real
Panels preview left
fast.
expanded. Level 1 flight controls. Electrical 1 to fuel 1 to 1. MCP 1 to IR 1 to 1. Engines 1 to 1 level 1. Engine 1 start grouping. Con radio button checked. Engine 1 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Engine 2 start grouping. Con radio button checked. Engine 2 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Panels preview. Engines 1. Hydraulics 1 to 1 level. Electrical 1 checkbox checked. Electrical 2 checkbox checked. Engine 1 checkbox checked. Engine 2 checkbox checked. Panels preview. Hydraulic. Air systems 1. Left pack grouping. Off radio button not checked. Auto radio button checked. Right pack grouping. Auto radio button checked. Trim air checkbox checked. Recirculation fans grouping. Left recirc fan checkbox checked. Right recirc fan checkbox checked. Bleed air grouping. Abu bleed checkbox not checked. Engine 1 bleed checkbox checked. Engine 2 bleed checkbox checked. List. Panels preview. Air systems 1 to 1 level 1. Left pack grouping. Auto radio button checked. Right pack grouping. Auto radio button checked. Trim air checkbox checked. Recirculation fans grouping. Left recirc fan checkbox. Right recirc fan checkbox. Bleed air grouping. Abu bleed checkbox not checked. Engine 1 bleed checkbox checked. Engine 2 bleed checkbox checked. List. Panels preview. Air systems 1. Anti-dash ice 1 to 1 level 1. Window heat grouping. Left side checkbox checked. Left forward checkbox checked. Right forward checkbox checked. Right side checkbox checked. Group box 1 grouping. Left probe heat checkbox checked. Right probe heat checkbox checked. Wing anti-dash ice checkbox checked. Engine 1 checkbox checked. Engine 2 checkbox checked. Panels preview. Anti-dash ice. Pressurization. Cruise alt edit selected 10,000. Blank 10,000 Z1. Set CRZ alt button. Pressed. Cruise alt edit 35,000. Sets. Landing alt edit selected 0. Blank 0 Z space. 655 feet ASL. Set landing alt pressed. Landing alt edit 600. Set land. Panels preview. Pressurization 1 to 1. Lockheed Martin registered R3D registered V4.
Alright, just for giggles.
No smoking sign on. No smoking sign off.
Before takeoff checklist. Alright.
Parking brake
Parking
off.
brake off.
Form 1 row 1 column 2. Taxi CHK. Pre-flight after pre-flight R button. Dash button. Pre-flight after start. Pre-flight. Taxi CHK. Before start flow button. Before start CHK. Before the CHKLST button pressed.
E4 takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Set.
Lockheed Martin
Stabilization trim.
R3D registered V4.
Set.
Checklist complete. Flight attendants prepare for takeoff.
Unknown cursor. Landing on.
Alright, I do want to make sure real quick.
Panels preview expanded. Level 1 flight. Electrical 1. Fuel 1. MCP. Nav. Right course. Left FD checkbox checked. Right FD checkbox. Throttle grouping. At arm checkbox checked. N1 off button. Speed edit selected 153. Speed off button. Speed INTV button. Altitude grouping. Altitude. Level change off button. Alt INTV button. Alt hold off button. Vertical speed edit. VS button. VNav on button. Heading grouping. Heading edits. Headings. LNav off. Autopilot modes grouping. VOR lock off button. Heading grouping. LNav off button. Pressed. LNav light on. Autopilot modes grouping. VOR lock off button. Approach off button. CMDA off button. CMDB off. C double. Panels. Nav course grouping. Panels preview. MC. Lockheed Martin registered R3D registered V4. Folder view list. Op Studio. FS Tram Scene. FS Tram. FS Airlines. Normal cursor. App FS Airlines. Login button. Pressed. Dash. Air. X. Home. Op. Fly. But pressed. FS Air. Dash. Air. X. Exit. Back button. Fuel up. Pressed. FS Airline. Dash. Air. X. Fly. Button pressed. Dash button. X button. Exit button. High speed. Divert. Dash button. Lockheed Martin registered R3D registered. Parking brake on.
Parking brake on.
Parking brake off.
Parking brake off.
No smoking sign on. Added down 1. No smoking sign off. Read autopilot instruments disabled. Read autopilot instruments enabled. Attitude mode disabled. Attitude mode enabled.
Oops.
Attitude mode disabled.
There we go. Oh, don't tell me this again.
Lockheed Martin registered R3. Recognition on. Wing on. Logo on. Cabin on. Strobe off.
Speed brake armed.
Auto throttle arm switch off. Auto throttle light off.
Speed brake armed.
Flight director active. Wing leveler active.
See, I've done this before.
Unknown cursor. Auto throttle arm switch on. Auto throttle. Speed light on. Altitude hold on.
But I don't know.
Left flight director off. Left FD master off. Right FD master on.
There's something not. Hold on.
Panels preview. Expanded. Level 1 flight con. Electrical 1 of 1. Fuel 1 of 1 level 1. MCP 1 of 1 level 1. Fuel 1. Group box 1 grouping. All pumps on button. All pumps off. Left forward checkbox checked. Left half checkbox. Center left checkbox not. Center right checkbox not checked. Right forward checkbox checked. Right half checkbox checked. Panels preview. Fuel 1. MCP 1. Nav course. Right course edit. Left FD checkbox not checked. Right FD checkbox checked. Left F checked. Not right FD checkbox checked. Left FD checkbox checked. Right FD. Throttle grouping. At arm checkbox checked. N1 off button. Speed edit selected 153. N1 off pressed. Speed edit selected 1. Speed on button. Pressed. Speed edit. Speed on button. Speed IN. Altitude grouping. Altitude edit selected. Throttle grouping. Speed INTV button. Altitude grouping. Altitude edit selected 35,000. Level change off button. Alt INTV button. Alt hold on button. Vertical speed edit selected minus 16,000. VS button. VNav on button. Heading grouping. Heading edit. Heading select. LNav on. Autopilot modes grouping. VOR lock off button. Heading grouping. LNav on button. Autopilot modes grouping. VOR lock off button. Approach off button. CMDA off button. Approach VOR lock off button. Pressed. Approach off button. CMDA off button. CMDB off button. CWSD off button. CWSD. Panels preview. MCP 1 of 1 level 1.
See, I don't get it.
IR 1
Everything's
of 1 level
there.
1. Engines 1 of 1 level 1. IR 1. IR mode. Right IR group. Display mode grouping. TK slash track edit selected. Ground speed edit selected 000. Panels preview. IR 1 of 1 level 1. Ground speed. Track edit selected 209. Display mode grouping. TK slash GS radio button checked. IR mode grouping. Right IR grouping. Nav radio button checked. Left IR grouping. Nav radio button checked. Panels preview. IR 1 of 1 level 1. Ground speed edit selected 0. Track edit selected 2. Display mode grouping. TK slash GS radio button checked.
Oh, I don't know why it's doing this.
Track edit selected 2. Ground speed. Panels preview. IR 1. Engines 1 of 1 level. Engine 1 start grouping. Con radio button checked. Engine 1 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Engine 2 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Engine 1 fuel grouping. Idle radio not checked. Cut off radio button checked. Idle radio button checked. Cut off radio. Idle radio button checked. Engine 1 start grouping. Con radio button checked. Number 1 starter engaged. Not checked. FLT radio button checked. Engine 1 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Engine 2 start grouping. Con radio button checked. FLT radio button checked. Engine 2 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Panels preview. Engines 1 of 1 level 1. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered V4. Unknown cursor.
I don't understand, guys.
Engine 1 colon 12.2%, 139 pounds thrust. Engine 2 colon 31.5%, 140 pounds thrust. Engine 1 colon 84.1%, 130. Engine 2 colon 84.1%, 1.
So I've got no thrust.
700 panels preview. Engines 1 of 1 level 1. Engine 1 start grouping. FLT radio button checked. Engine 1 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Engine 2 start grouping. FLT radio button checked. GRT radio button. Auto radio button checked. Engine 2 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Cut off radio not checked. Number 2 starter off. Idle radio button checked. Panels preview. Engines 1 of 1 level 1. Engine 1 start grouping. FLT radio button checked. None not checked. GRT
CPU
radio not
message
checked.
displayed.
Number 2 starter off. Auto
GPS
radio
already
button
valid.
checked. Navigation off. Beacon off. Landing off. Engine 1 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. 100. Right FD master off. LNAV light off. VNAV light off. Not checked. Cut off radio button checked. Idle radio button checked. Number 1 generator off. Lockheed Martin registered. Lockheed Martin registered. No smoking sign on. No smoking sign off.
Start engines.
Left pack off.
Starting engine 2.
.737 cockpit. Engine 1 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked.
I'm gonna do something
Lockheed Martin
here.
registered. Prepar 3D
Hold on,
registered.
guys.
FS Airlines. Lockheed Form 1 row 1 column. Before start flow button. Pressed. Before start CHKLST button. Before copy DRF button. CFG MS odd button. Edit ZFW colon 1 GWT ZFG ZFW colon 132,802 bar fuel colon 14,592. Connected button. Edit red odd button. MSG button. CF DRF copilot before the CHKL before start flow button. Taxi CHKLST button. Pre-flight after start flow button. Pre-flight flow R button. Pre-flight flow button. Pressed. FS Airlines row Lockheed Martin registered.
Alright, we're gonna do this again.
PSX
Good
tax
afternoon,
select
Captain.
parking facility. Select parking facility at KD.
Damn it.
Land. Normal
Come on.
cursor, unknown cursor, GSX. GSX dash follow me, service request follow me, 1 colon, yes, 2 colon, just warp me there. Land. Runway 22 RKD. Normal cursor, GSX dash select. Unknown cursor.
Hold on,
GSX
guys.
dash select parking facility at KDTW Detroit Metro Wayne Co left parent 2/3 right parent 1 colon less dash previous page 2 colon runway 27 L start 3 colon runway 27 R start 4 colon gate A left parent 74. Normal cursor GSX dash select position all gate A positions left parent 1/9 right parent 1 colon gate A 1 dash small slash JS dot 2 colon gate A 2 dash small slash JS dot 3 colon gate A 3 dash small slash JS dot 4 colon gate A 4 dash small slash JS dot 5 colon gate A 5 dash small slash JS dot 6 colon gate A 6 dash small slash JS dot 7 colon gate A 7 dash small slash JS dot 8 colon gate A 8 dash small slash JS dot 9 colon gate A 9 dash small slash JS dot 10 colon next page. GSX dash follow me service request follow me 1 colon yes 2 colon no 3 colon just warp me there. Land.
Okay.
Aircraft.
The FMC window is already open.
Weather reports look
Form
pretty
1
good.
row 1 column 2. FS Airlines row 1 column 3. FS Airlines. Lockheed Mark Form 1 Ops 27.1.3 left fair ACT RTE legs 1/6 dash ACT RTE legs 1/6 dash PMDG 737 seat 103 colon ratio 200 2 2 1 2 ACT RTE legs 2 1 colon left parent 1146 right parent 173 Fitted off. Electrical hydraulic pump 2 off. Electrical hydraulic pump 1 off. Left pack auto. Right pack auto. Abu bleed on. Act RT2 on 1 colon. Left parent. 1146 right parent.
Heading lock
216 degrees 1.7 nm. FS Airlines row 1 column. FS Airlines. Act Lockheed Martin. Left. Panels preview. Level Z expanded. 0 light level 1 flight controls 1 of 1. Electrical 1 of 1 level 1. Battery checkbox checked. Standby power. Cabin utility. Passenger seat power. Ground power grouping on button addressed. Off button. Abu generators grouping. Abu generator 2 on button. Abu generator 2 off button. Engine generators grouping. N1 gen on button. Pressed. N1 gen off button. N2 gen on button. Pressed. N1 gen. Abu generators grouping. Abu generator 2 off button. Abu generator 2 on button. Pressed.
CDU message cleared.
Abu generator pressed. Ground on button. Pressed. Passenger seat. Battery checkbox check. Panels free. Abu grouping. Abu EGT edit. Shut down Abu. Start Abu button. Pressed. Electrical metering grouping. Abu group. Shut down Abu button. Abu EGT edit selected 97. Panel. Battery. Snap. Passenger seat. Ground power off button. Abu generators grouping. Abu generator 1 on button. Abu low oil pressure light on. Abu generator 1 off button. Abu generator 1 on button. Pressed. Pressed. Abu generator 1 off button. Engine generators grouping. N1 gen off button. N1 gen on button. Abu generators grouping. Abu generator 2 off button. Abu generator 2 on button. Pressed. Abu generator 1 on button. Pressed. Abu generator 1 off button. Engine generators grouping. N1 gen on button. N1 gen electrical metering grouping. DC AC amp set. AC free. AC source. Abu grouping. Start Abu button. Shut down Abu button. Abu EGT edit selected 520. Shut down. Start Abu button. Pressed. Shut down Abu EGT edit. Standby power grouping. Auto radio. Battery checkbox. Panels preview. Electrical 1 of Abu grouping. Abu EGT edit selected 300. Battery. Standby. Cabin utility. Passenger seat power. Ground power grouping. On button. Off button. Abu generators grouping. Abu generator 1 on button. Pressed. Abu gen 1 off buzz light. Abu generator 1. Abu generator 2 on button. Pressed. Abu generator 1 off button. Abu generator 1 on button. Ground power grouping. Off button. On button. Pressed. Off button. Abu generator 2 on button. Abu generator 2 off button. Engine generators grouping. N1 gen on button. Pressed. N1 gen off button. N2 gen on button. Pressed. N2 gen off. Electrical meter. DC source grouping. Battery radio button checked. AC volts edit selected. AC amps edit selected 2. AC frequency edit blank. AC Abu grouping. Start Abu button. Pressed. Shut down Abu button. Abu EGT edit selected 420. Panels preview. Electrical. Battery checkbox checked. Standby power grouping. Auto radio button. Cabin utility checkbox checked. Passenger seat power checkbox checked. Ground power grouping on button. Off button. Abu generators grouping. Abu generator 1 on button. Lockheed Martin. Lockheed. No smoking sign on.
Pre-flight check.
No smoking sign off.
Pre-flight
Pre-flight
checklist.
checklist. Oxygen.
Tested.
Navigation, transfer, and display switches.
Normal and auto.
Window heat.
On.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Flight instruments.
Heading set. Altitude set.
Parking brake.
Parking
Set.
brake on.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
Checklist complete.
Door 1 open. Door 1 closed. 700 FS Airlines row Act RT Form 1 row 2 column 1. After start. Pre-flight. After. Before start. Before. Copy. PR. CFG. MSG. Odd button. Edit read only multi-line GWT colon 1 ZFW GW ZFW colon 130. Odd button. MS. CF. BRF button. Copilot start engines button. Before the CHKLST button. Before start CHKLST. Before start flow button. Pressed. Before. ERF, CFG, MSG, odd button. Edit read only multi-line selected setting parking brakes. Selection removed. Left half checking fuel panel. Center left fuel pump on. Center right fuel pump on. Left forward fuel pump on. Right forward fuel pump on. Center left fuel pump off. Center right fuel pump off. Electrical hydraulic pump 2 on. Electrical hydraulic pump 1 on. Left pack off. Right pack off. ZFW colon 132,800 ZFW GWT ZFW colon 100 odd button MSG CFG DRF button Copilot start before the CHK Copilot start engines button before the CHKLS before start CHKLST but pressed
Before start checklist. Flight deck door.
task view window running app form Lockheed Martin lock
Closed and locked.
Fuel. 1, 4, 5, 7, 9er. Pound.
Checked.
Passenger signs.
On.
MCP. V2, 1, 5, 3. Heading. 2, 1, 5. Altitude. 3, 5, 0, 0, 0. Takeoff speeds. V1, 1, 4, 0. VR, 1, 4, 2. V2, 1, 5, 3.
Set.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
Free and zero.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Anti-collision lights.
On.
Checklist complete.
no smoking sign on no smoking sign off
Start engines.
Starting engine 2.
number 2 starter engaged number 2 generator active read autopilot instruments disabled read autopilot instruments enabled engine 1 colon 0.0%
Starting engine
0
one.
pounds thrust engine 2 colon 0.0% 138 pounds thrust engine 2 colon 0.0% 140 pounds thrust engine 2 colon 0.0% 140 pounds thrust Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3D register. Form 1 before start CHK before copy CF MSG odd but edit read only multi-line selected 66 sex for engines to stabilize semi holds CTRL to skip
They're not stable though.
CTRL to skip 56 sex GW ZFW odd button MSG button CFG button PRF button copilot start engines button before the CHKLST before start taxi CH pre-flight after start flow button pressed PRF button CFG MS odd button edit red setting pro P selection removed hit a key on left pack auto right pack auto unknown cursor Abu bleed off
CDU message displayed.
setting external lights setting internal lights setting internal lights setting internal lights
You know, it doesn't do this whenever it's something to do with the process when he's starting up from cold and dark.
setting RCDU Lex PG setting RCDU Lex PG setting RCDU Lex setting RCDU Lex PG setting RCDU Lex PG.
If it does it again, I'm just going to start it up with without it starting in cold and dark, and I'll show you guys.
Flaps 5 ZFW colon GWT ZFW colon ZFW colon 100 Lockheed Martin register parking
Break off.
Payday 4 KDTW
See, I have no throttle. None. I'm going to see something.
Form 1700 FS Air Lock Form 700 Abu generators grouping Abu generator 1 on button Abu generator engine 737 cockpit N1 gen off button N2 gen on button N1 gen off button N2 gen off button electrical metering grouping engine generators grouping N2 gen off N2 gen on button pressed N1 gen on button pressed N1 N electrical metering grouping DC volt DC amp set it red DC source group AC volt set it AC amp set AC frequent AC source group Abu grouping start Abu button shut down Abu button Abu EGT edit selected 170s panels preview electrical 1 to 1 level 1 Abu grouping Abu EGT edit selected 171 so shut down Abu button pressed Abu EGT edit 162 shut Abu EGT edit selected 158 selection removed 155 153 shut down Abu button Abu EGT panels preview electrical 1 to 1 fuel 1 to 1 level 1 group box 1 grouping all pumps on button all pumps off button. All pumps on button. Pressed. Center left fuel pump on. Center right fuel pump on. All pumps off button. Left forward checkbox checked. Left half checkbox checked. Center left checkbox checked. Center right forward checkbox checked. Right half checkbox checked. Panels preview. Fuel 1 to 1 left. MCP 1 to 1 left. Nav. Right course. Left FD checkbox not checked. Nav course grouping. Right course edit blank. Left FD checked, not right FD checkbox not checked. Checked, not checked. Right flight director on. Throttle grouping at arm checkbox checked. N1 off button. Speed edit selected 153. N1 off button pressed. Speed edit select speed off button pressed. Speed INTV button pressed. Speed off button. Speed edit selected 100. Speed off pressed. Speed altitude grouping altitude edit selected level change off button. Altitude edit selected 35, level change off, alt INTV button, alt hold off button, vertical speed edit selected minus 16,960. VS button, vertical speed edit selected minus 16,900, VS button, VNav on button, VS button, VNav on button, pressed, VNav light off, VNav off button, pressed, VNav light on, heading grouping, heading edit, heading select, LNav, autopilot, heading grouping LNav off button pressed. Auto heading grouping LNav off button. Autopilot mode heading pressed. Autopilot mode approach off button. CMDA off button. CMDP CWS CW panels preview MCP 1 to 1 left. IR 1 to 1 level 1. Engines 1 to 1 IR IRU, right IRU. Display mode, track edit selected 0, ground speed edit selected 0, panels preview, IRU 1 to 1, engines 1. Engine 1 start grouping, radio button checked. Engine 1 fuel grouping, cut off radio button checked.
No.
Not checked, idle radio button checked. Cut off radio idle radio button checked. Engine 2 start grouping, radio button checked. Engine 2 fuel grouping, idle radio button, panels preview, engines 1 to 1. Engine 1 start grouping, panels preview, hydraulics 1 to electrical 1 checkbox checked. Electrical 2 checkbox checked. Engine 1 checkbox checked. Engine 2 checkbox checked. Panels preview. Hydraulics 1. Air system. Left pack grouping. Off radio button not checked. Auto radio button checked. Right pack grouping. Auto radio button checked. Trim air checkbox checked. Recirculation fans grouping. Left recirc fan checkbox checked. Right recirc fan checkbox checked. Bleed air grouping. Abu bleed checkbox not checked. Engine 1 bleed checkbox checked. Engine 2 bleed checkbox checked. List. Panels preview. Air systems 1 to 1. Anti-dash 1 to 1 level 1. Window heat grouping. Left side checkbox checked. Left forward checkbox checked. Right forward checkbox checked. Right side checkbox checked. Group up. Right probe heat checkbox checked. Wing anti-dash ice checkbox checked. Engine 1 checkbox checked. Engine 2 checkbox checked. Panels preview. Anti-dash ice 1 to 1. Pressurization 1 to 1 level 1.
I went through all these.
FS Airlines. 7 Lockheed Martin registered.
And I just don't get it.
Engine 1 0.0%, 0 pounds thrust. Engine 1 17.1%, 0 pounds thrust.
There's no thrust.
Engine 2 17.1%, 140 pounds thrust.
Why? There's something this guy ain't doing. So
Lockheed Martin registered, Prepar 3D registered, FS Airlines row 1 column 2. FS Airlines.
Let's close this.
Lockheed Martin registered, Prepar 737 cockpit. Panels preview, pressurization 1 to 1 level 1. Anti-dash ice 1 to 1. Air systems 1 to 1 level 1. Hydraulics 1 to 1. Electrical 1 checkbox checked. Engine 1 checkbox checked. Engine 2 checkbox checked. Electrical 1 checkbox checked. Engine 2 checkbox checked. Electrical 1 checkbox. Electrical 1. Electrical 2 checkbox checked. Engine 1 checkbox checked. Engine 2 checkbox checked. Panels preview. Hydraulics 1 to 1 level. Engines 1 to 1. Engine 1 start grouping. Radio button checked. Pressed. Auto radio button checked. GRD radio button checked. FLT radio button checked. Radio button checked. Auto radio button checked. GRD radio button checked. Engine 1 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Engine 1 start grouping. GRD radio button checked. Engine 1 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Cut off radio. Idle radio button checked. Engine 2 start grouping. Radio button checked. Engine 2 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Panels preview. Engines 1 to 1 level 1. Engine 1 start grouping. GRD radio button checked.
God, I don't know.
Engine 1 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Engine 2 start grouping. Radio button checked. Auto radio button checked. Engine 2 fuel grouping. Idle radio. Engine 2 start grouping. Auto radio button checked. Engine 2 panels preview. Engines 1 to 1 level 1. Engine 1 start grouping. GRD radio button. FLT radio button. Radio button checked. Engine 1 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Engine 2 start grouping. Auto radio button checked. Engine 2 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Engine 2 start grouping. Auto radio button checked. Engine 2 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Panels preview. Engine 1 start grouping. Radio button checked. Engine 1 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Engine 2 start grouping. Auto radio button checked. GRD radio. FLT radio. Radio button. Engine 2 fuel grouping. Idle radio button checked. Panels preview. Engines 1 to 1 level 1. Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin.
Speed brake armed.
Num lock on. Num lock off. Left. L. L. O. Top Lockheed. Num lock on. Lockheed Martin.
Let's see.
Left flight director off. Left FD master off. Right. Left flight director on. Unavailable. Normal cursor.
All right, guys. We're just gonna.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered. Loading air. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered. V4 unavailable. Lockheed Martin 737 cockpit. Detail 737 cockpit. Panels preview. Engines 1 to 1 level 1. 700. Lockheed Martin registered. Lockheed Martin submenu dialog window. Submenu yes button.
We're gonna
Number 2
restart
edit red
this,
only multi-line selected GWT.
and I'm gonna show
Form
you
1.
guys how quick.
Act RTE edit red only multi-line selected act art. Form 1 row Form 1 edit FSFO dialog. Are you sure you know but yes but Form 1 offline version edit red only multi-line selected act RTE lex 1/6200 act RTE lex 1/6-PMDG 737 CDU 737 cockpit panels preview level 0 overhead collapse 700 active sky for P3DV4 ops 27 Detroit Charlotte.txt notepad row active sky for P3 ops 27.1:12 p.m.
All right. So let's go ahead and go.
Folder view list FS Airline PAZ Prepar 3DV46 of 40 wait per send shred open run as administrator folder view list Prepar 3DV46 of
And
46
you watch
Apps
what
on
it
cursor, link
does.
cursor. Current aircraft sound off avionics master off
If
seatbelt
I
sign
start
off
it this
pin
way,
off,
we'll
flight
have
director
no
off, auto rudder
problem.
off approach mode off battery master off gear up dot 0 squawk 0000 com 1:100.00 com 2:100.00 altimeter 0 inches dot navigation off beacon off landing off taxi off normal cursor Explorer.
Okay.
Prepar 3D registered scenarios. Prepar 3D list of change vehicle button.
Change vehicle.
Submenu type. Edit land. G. Land. Combo box civilian mail white data grid click to select a vehicle. PMD. PMDG 730. PMDG 737-800 NG shoe BDSF. PMDG 737-900 ERNG.
Hello. What? Okay, I'll get him. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys.
Change vehicle button. Change your selected list the available weather themes to choose from. Fair weather. Active weather themes. User. Change airport.
Change airport.
Submenu dialog window. Edit search by airport ID. Land. Show / hide jet airways tooltip. KDTW. Edit search by air. Edit search. Combo box menu models. Airport. Name in. Combo box active runway collapsed. Select your starting
That
location.
means we're already starting
Expanded.
out.
Active runway.
Jet running. Let's just do this.
22L not selected. 22R not selected. Combo box 22R collapsed. Select your starting location. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered. V4 unavailable. Prepar 3D registered. Scenario startup. Prepar 3. Checkbox check display as an.
Alright.
Wait cursor.
Y'all watch what I'm talking
Normal
about
cursor.
here.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered. V4. Sound on. Paused. Wait cursor. Sound off. Simulation rate : 1. Normal cursor. Submenu dialog window. 20%. 30%. 40%. 50%. 60%.
I need to eventually just
70%.
reinstall all the planes, the PNVG stuff. I think.
80%. Unpaused. Normal cursor. Sound on. Lockheed Martin. Avionics
ground.
Master Act. Current aircraft : PMDG. Airport cache loaded successfully. Wait cursor. Number 1 starter engaged. Number 2 starter engaged. 100. 10,000. Battery active. Cabin utility switch on. Passenger seat power on. Auto bus transfer on. Standby power : auto. IRS aligned. Left forward fuel pump on. Right forward fuel pump on. Right aft fuel pump on. Left aft fuel pump on. Center left fuel pump on. Center right fuel pump on. Electrical hydraulic pump 1 on. Electrical hydraulic pump.
Now, everything's running. Okay?
Number 1 starter off. Number 2 starter off.
And just to show you guys,
Parking brake on.
see that? Throttle is working. I took off the 2 other throttles on my thing. Give me 1 second, you guys. Oh, I wanted to set, while we're here before we get started, I'm going to go set something real quick for air brake.
Unavailable. Submenu. New scenario button. Flight and app new scenario.
I'm going to go here real quick.
Submenu dialog. Change the checkbox. Options button.
Options.
Submenu dialog. Controls grouping expanded. Preview other level. Access assignments level 1.
Okay.
Combo box core dot control. Combo box name collapsed. Combo box edit blank. Combo box normal collapsed. Select the flight mode. Edit blank. Combo box normal collapsed. Select the flight mode to assign access. Expanded. Slew not selected. Observer not selected. Sim director not observed. More. Combo box combo box name collapsed. Display. Edit blank. Data grid. Core dot controls dot event item data item. Core dot controls dot event item data item selected.
Let's see what this is.
Numlock. Avatar dash move forward slash back. Core dot. Avatar dash move. Avatar dash turn. Core. Axis steering set row 5 of core. Rate left parent. Left axis right parent. Core. Rate left parent. Core. Buoyancy axis row 8 event column 1. Core. Click dash and dash drag camera. Core. Click dash and dash. Core. Controllable camera x act. Core. Controllable cam. Core. Elevator axis row 13 event column 1. Core dot controls dot event. Elevator trim axis row 14 event column 1. Core dot controls dot engine 1 mixture axis row 15 event column 1.
Engine 1 mixture. I don't
Core
want
dot
that.
controls dot engine 1 core engine 1 throttle x core engine 1 throttle engine 2 throttle engine 2 throttle core engine 3 propeller axis row core engine 3 throttle core engine 3 throttle Engine 4 mixture axis row 20. Core dot controls dot engine 4 propeller axis. Core engine 4 throttle. Core I point dash look left. Engine 4 throttle. Core dot controls. I point dash look vertical row. Core I point dash look lock. Core dot I point dash move. Core dot I point dash move. Core I point dash move. Core dot fire weapon left parent S right parent left. Core dot fire gun left parent S right parent left parent. Trigger axis right parent row 37 of core dot controls dot event item data item selected. Bottom core dot controls dot event item. Otis generic axis left. Otis generic axis core. Otis generic axis core. I point dash move core. I point dash core. Fire gun left pair. Core. Fire weapon left pair. Core. Flaps axis row 39 event column 1.
That's flaps.
Core. Otis generic axis core. Otis generic core. Otis generic Otis generic Otis generic core. Otis generic Otis generic core. Otis generic Otis generic mixture axis row 52 event core. Otis Lou left core. Propeller axis row. Core. Rotate guns left pair. Rotate gun. Rudder axis row 56 event column 1.
Rudder.
Core. Spoiler axis row 57 event column 1. Core. Throttle axis row 58. Core. Throttle reverser axis row 59 event column 1. Core. View dash adjust tank row 60 event column 1. Core. View dash adjust heading. Core. View dash adjust pitch row 60. Core. View dash left slash right axis left parent and right pair. Core dot control. View dash tilt axis left pair. Core. View dash zoom row 6. Core. View dash up slash down axis. Core dot. View dash adjust pitch row 62 event column 1. Office. Lockheed Martin registered pre-park normal cursor. Office pane.
What is it doing?
Lockheed Martin. Submenu dialog window. Data. Core. View dash adjust pitch row 62 event column.
Oh, here we go.
View dash left slash right axis left. Core. View dash adjust heading row 60. Core. View dash adjust tank row 60 event column 1. Core. Throttle reverser axis row. Core. Throttle axis row 50. Core. Spoiler axis row 57 event. Core. Rudder axis row 56 event column 1.
Rudder.
Core. Spoiler axis row 57 event column 1. Row 57. No objects inside. Core controls dot event item data. Rudder axis row 56 event column 1. Core. Spoiler axis row 57. Row 50 checkbox not checked. Enable this to invert this axis. Row 50 no next. Row 57 no objects inside. Spoiler axis row 57 event column 1. Spoiler axis text row 57 event column 1.
Okay.
Edit blank. Combo. Reset defaults. Import. But export. But change. But delete button. New button. Click to assign an access to the selected event. Submenu dialog window.
I'm just basically assigning this extra levers that I have. One's going to be for the spoiler.
Unknown. New assignment. New assignment text. Activate.
And yeah, I just have to push that up, I believe.
Move the joystick axis. Edit red only pane. Edit red only blank. Move the joystick axis you want to assign to spoiler axis. Edit red only blank. Clear button. Edit red only. Move the joystick axis you want to assign to spoiler axis.
I did.
Edit red only blank. Move the joystick axis. New assignment.
Hold on.
Move edit clear do action with text. No object unknown. Cancel OK button confirms. Cancel button cancels invoke.
I gotta select the right controller here.
Controls grouping expanded. Preview. Axis assign. Combo box core dot controls. Normal cursor. Core dot controls dot joystick device. Core dot control T dot flight Otis. Bravo throttle quadrant. Bravo throttle quadrant text. Combo box core edit data grid. Core dot controls dot event core dot ailerons axis row 1 event core avatar dash move ailerons axis core dot control core dot view dash up slash down axis core view dash zoom core view dash tilt view dash left slash view dash adjust pit view dash adjust heading row 6 core view dash adjust tank row 60 event column 1 core throttle reverser axis row 59 event column core throttle axis row 50 core spoiler axis row 57 event column 1 core dot controls dot event item data item selected. Top core dot controls dot event item. Core rotate guns left. Core rudder axis row 50. Spoiler axis row 50. Spoiler axis text row 57 event column 1.
Spoiler access.
Edit controls reset to import export change button. Submenu dialog window.
Okay.
Unknown change assignment.
Let's see.
Change assignment. No objects. Change unknown. Change assignment text. Activate.
Here we go.
Quote y-axis quote is currently assigned to elevator axis.
That's elevator.
Edit read only y-axis. Clear do act text. No object unknown. Cancel button cancels invoke.
Let me try something.
Controls grouping reset defaults but combo edit data grid core dot controls dot event core dot spoiler axis row 57 event spoiler axis text row 57 event edit combo box controls reset to import export change button click to change submenu dot unknown change assignment text activate.
Let's see what that does.
Quote x-axis quote is currently assigned to aileron axis.
Interesting. Well, okay.
Edit read only x-axis. Clear button. Do action when no next. No objects inside. Do action text. Unknown. Cancel button. OK button. OK button. Confirm selection. Invoke. Submenu dialog window. Restore.
Okay. I think we'll go ahead and...
No previous. No next. No objects. System menu bar alt plus space. System expanded space. System menu. No next. Submenu dialog window. Unknown. Submenu. Unknown. No next. Submenu dialog. No button. Yes button. No button. Yes button. No button. Yes button. No button. OK button. Confirm selection. Combo box name. Combo edit data grid. Core dot controls dot event item data item selected. Core spoiler axis row 57 event column. Spoiler axis activate. Row 50, no objects inside. Core dot controls dot event item data. Core dot controls dot event rudder axis row 56, no objects inside. Core spoiler row 57 reverse column 3. Checkbox not checked. Enable this to invert this axis.
I'm curious.
Edit blank data grid. Core dot controls dot event item data item selected. Spoiler axis row 50. New button. Click to delete button. Export import button. Reset defaults button. Controls group. Combo box core. Combo edit data grid. Core dot controls dot new button. Click to delete button. Click change. Export button. Import button. Reset defaults button. Controls grouping expanded. Preview. Axis assignments level 1. Combo edit blank. Pane. Edit blank. No next. No previous. Pane. Scroll bar 0 and avail pane. Search. Pane. Scroll bar 0 and available. Scroll bar no objects inside. Scroll bar no next. Scroll no previous. Scroll bar 0 and available. Scroll bar 0 and available. Scroll bar 0 and scroll bar 0 and available. Scroll bar 0 and scroll bar pane. No previous. Search. Pane. Edit blank. No previous. No next. Unknown search for data grid. Header. Blank. Blank. Data grid. Core dot controls dot event item. Throttle axis. Spoiler axis row 57 event column 1. Throttle axis row. Spoiler axis row 57 reverse column 3. Checkbox not checked. Checkbox not checked off screen. Enable this to invert this. Activate. Row 50. Checkbox not checked. Enable this to invert this. No previous review mode. Screen review. Blank. Row 57. Reverse column 3. Checkbox not checked. Checkbox not checked off screen. Enable this to invert this axis. Object review. Enable this to invert this axis. Checkbox not checked off screen. Enable this to invert. Activate. Row 57. Checkbox not checked. Enable this to invert this axis. No next. No previous. No object. Row 57. Checkbox not checked. Enable this to invert this axis. N. E.
Okay. Enable. I'm gonna try something, guys.
Unknown. Left click. Row 5. Checkbox not checked. Enable this to checkbox not checked off screen. Enable this to invert this axis. Activate. Row 57. Reverse column. Checkbox not checked. Enable this to invert this act. No previous. No next. No objects inside. Row 57. Assignment column 2. Spoiler axis. Row 50. Spoiler axis text. Row 57. Event column. Activate. Row 50. Checkbox and checkbox. Activate. Row 50. Checkbox not checked. Enable this to invert this axis. Row 50. No next. Row 57. Assignment. Spoiler axis. Row 57. Event column 1. No previous review mode. Screen review. Row 57. Row 50. Checkbox not checked. Enable this to invert this axis. Right. Blank. Left. Blank. Row 57. Reverse column 3. Checkbox and checkbox not. Top. Bottom. Blank. No objects in row 50. Checkbox not checked. Enable this to invert. Row 57. Reverse column 3. Checkbox not checked. Enable this to invert. Row 57. Row 50. Spoiler axis. Row 57. Row 57. Assignment column 2. No objects inside. Spoiler axis. Row 57. Event column 1. Row 57. Reverse column 3. Checkbox not checked. Enable this to invert. Checkbox. No previous. No next. Row 57. Assignment column
Well,
2.
you know what?
New button. Click to data grid. Core dot control.
Let's just see if this works now.
Change vehicle button. Checkbox. Check display the scenario start. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered V4.
Ooh, it's warm in here. What you doing?
Okay, let's see if this works, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're on there.
Nah, you're good.
Spoilers retracted.
I got your mom over here. She's gonna
Spoilers
hang out.
retracted.
Okay.
She's gonna drive my vehicle when it comes time to take
Spoilers
Tyler.
retracted.
She's gonna drive my vehicle over there, and then take hers from that point. That way, I can go back and get my vehicle, and she can have her vehicle home. See what I'm saying?
All right.
That'd be the smartest.
All right, guys.
way to do it.
Let's get on with this flight and get it done now. See, throttles work though. Like I told you.
Left flight director on. Unknown cursor. Left FD master on. Office row 1 office. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D register. Act folder view. Taskbar app start cursor normal. Running applic 40 degrees F user promoted notification area. Active. Lockheed Martin active. Fleet. Lockheed Martin registered. Edit selected KDT double. Edit selected KCLT. Lockheed Ops 27. Act Lockheed Detroitish form 1 row 1. After start pre-flight text before the copilot PRF button pressed. X button. SID combo box collapsed. Edit selected 5.
Okay.
Briefing. Combo box collapsed. Edit selected. Derated. Combo box collapsed. Edit selected on. Combo box on. Combo yes. Yes. Edit. See. Edit. Import flight rest.
Here we go. I know it's been
Open
kind of
dialog
long,
type.
guys. I
Items view
apologize
list.
for
Name
that.
split button.
But
Buffering plus personal settings. Buffering settings.cfg 2 of 19. Buffering plus kdfw-kaya.pf. kdtw kclt line fsx line 22 November.
we had to fix it.
Briefing. Import flight plan button.
Either way it went.
Combo box collapsed. Edit 03L. 21L. 21. 22. 22R. Flaps edit multi-line. Star combo box. Combo box 20. 23rd 35. Combo box collapsed. Edit selected 3. 2. Combo box collapsed. Edit selected 2. Edit selected 0. Cargo FLT checkbox. Combo box collapsed. 0. 18. 8. 8. 23. 23. 36L. 36L selected. 36R. Set ills checkbox checked.
Okay.
Download W. Set ills checkbox checked. Combo box collapsed. Edit selected 36R. 36C. 36C selected instead. Set ills checkbox checked. Download WX checkbox not checked. Checked. Edit multi-line RW. X button. Pressed. Form 1. CF. MS. Edit red. Connect button pressed.
Engine 1 cut out. Engine 2 cut out. All engines stable.
Connected. Voice button. Connected button. Edit red. Setting pro heat. Setting pro heat. Setting start selectors. Setting start selectors.
Start selector.
Checking ice protection panel.
Pro heat.
Checking ice protection panel. Checking ice protect. Setting external lights. Setting external lights. Taxi on. Setting internal lights. Setting internal lights. Setting internal lights. Unknown cursor. Disk colon -1 and lock colon 1 disk colon connected button. Edit red only multi voice button pressed. Pressed. Ops 20 active sky for Lockheed Martin registered. No smoking sign on.
Okay.
No smoking sign off.
Taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
Pro heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Set.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brakes.
RTO.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Cleared.
Checklist complete.
Now, the only difference about starting out like this
No smoking sign on.
is when you do the taxi checklist, he passes up the flight controls for you to go through it and check it yourself. Why? I don't know. And by the way, the spoiler that still doesn't come on when I hit it. So no big deal. All right.
Runway 22R KDTW. Folder view FS Airlines. FS Airline. Login pressed. Caret button. X. Home. Up. Fly button. Lockheed Mark. Total fuel colon 52,000.
I guess I better set up my CDU, hadn't I?
Menu dash PMDG 730.
This will be quick.
Blank 1, blank 2, blank 3, blank 4, blank 5 colon, blank 6 colon.
Somebody wanted me to run through it anyway, so I'm going to do that. Now, the way you start up your jet is up to you. You can start from...
Lockheed. No smoking sign off. No smoking sign on.
You can start from cold and dark. I'm not right now because I'm having a problem going that route. Or you can start the running. That's going to be up to you. But as soon as you activate the CDU, as far as going into it to program it, that's what I'm going to be showing you. I'm actually getting 2 videos out of one. I'm getting ready to hit the record button, and I'll be titling that for just the CDU, and then I can stop recording, and then I can continue on with the live stream without interrupting either one of them. So let me start the recording.
Menu dash FS Airline Form 1 Ops 27 Ops 20 Start virtual camera check. Start recording checkbox not checked. Checked. Stop recording. Lockheed Martin registered pre.
Alright, so we are going to go through and do the CDU. We're going to program it with the 737 PMDG, that is. And this is just going to be the quick tutorial on how to do it. Alright? Alright, so the first thing you do, you hit left bracket, Control C.
Ops 20 menu dash PMDG 700 menu dash.
Takes you there to the menu PMDG.
Menu dash PMDG 700.
The menu dash PMDG
Selection removed.
737.
Blank 1, blank 2, blank 3, TF4, blank 5, colon, FS actions greater.
We're going to go to FS Actions, which is right soft 5.
Auto 3, colon, list doors maintenance greater.
And when you do that, you should
FS actions,
see
ground 1, colon, list fuel services greater.
fuel and services at left soft 1 and right.
Auto ground 2, colon, list payload operations greater.
Payload and operations at left soft 2 and left soft 2 right.
Ground 3, colon, list doors maintenance greater.
Doors and maintenance, left soft 3 and right soft 3.
Auto 4, colon, list pushback cruise greater.
Pushback and cruise, left soft 4, right soft 4.
Land 5, colon, list cabin lights. Colon 5, colon space less CABIN space LI.
And then left soft 5 is cabin lights.
Return to 6, colon, list menu.
And 6 is return to. Then take you back to the main menu. So,
FS actions.
step number 3,
Ground 1, colon, list fuel services greater.
fuel services. Left soft 1.
Total LPS 1, level TOC 1, colon, 52,6167.2 slash 187.7.
So the way I do it is I tab down
Refresh button, alt, clear scratch, but edit blank.
to right there. And we need 15,000 pounds of fuel. So I'll type that in, then hit left soft 1. To make sure that you did it, you can do Alt R and then Alt Home.
Edit read only multi total LPS G up 1, colon, 15,130.2 slash 187.7.
And there it is. Sometimes it will be a little above or below what you put, because it's got to even it out. Once you do that, you're going to do left soft 6 2 times to go back to the main menu. I want to correct one mistake that I just told you. I had you go back to the main menu, but after you do your fuel, you do left soft 6 1 time to take you to the previous menu where your fuel, payload, and all that is, because you got to do payload. Okay?
FS action, ground 1, colon, list fuel serve auto 2, colon, list payload operations greater.
Which is left soft 2 for payload.
Lockheed Martin Ops 27 FS Airline Form 1 Active Sky for Detroit Charlotte.txt Detroit blank ZFW.
Let me go up here.
Heading SID ZFSI block RS ZF blank ZFW 132.8.
So in your payload,
blank,
you'll put in your ZFW in decimals. So you got to do, like mine,
ZFW 132.8
is 132.8.
Payload dash PMDG 700 edit read only refresh but clear edit blank.
Once you put the numbers in, the scratch pad, do right soft 2, Alt R, Alt Home.
Edit read only mode economy T2
Check
colon
it.
108/162 19.9% 132.8.
And there it is, 132.8. Alright, now you're going to go and do left soft 6 twice to go back to the main menu. Left 6, and then we're going to do left 1
Menu. Blank. 1 colon. Less FMC less rec greater.
for FMC. Once you do left soft 1,
Ident. Model and rating. Ident.
at the top it's going to say
Space. Carriage ident. E-I-D-E-N-T. Space.
ident.
Model and rating. Rating. N. Model.
You got model.
N. Space. E-N-T.
This is where it gives you information about your jet, your model, and your rating, all that stuff.
1 nav data active. 1 colon 737-900 ERSSW 27K.
So this is the 737 ER extended
Nav
range.
data 1 colon 737-900 ERSSW 27K.
737-900 ER 7K.
Nav data active. 1 colon 737-900 ERSSW 27K.
27K, sorry.
Nav data active. 2 colon AIRAC-2111 knob
And
04
then you'll check your AIRAC data. Always make sure that's up to date.
Land. 3 colon.
And the rest of it you don't got to worry about. So you're going to do right soft 6.
Pose in at 1/3.
That's going to take you to the pose in it page. You need to put in the airport that you're at.
Refresh. Clear. Edit land.
So I'm going to put in KDTW left soft 2. I'll check it by doing Alt R, Alt
Edit
Home.
red. Pose in at last 1 colon 2 colon KDTWN 42 degrees 12.7
And there it is.
083 degrees 21.2.
Once you do that, do right soft 6.
RTE 1/2.
Take you to the Route 1 page. Okay?
Refresh. Clear. Edit land.
Tab down to your scratch pad. You're going to put in your departure airport. In this case, it's KDTW left soft 1 and KCLT for Charlotte right soft 1. Once you do that, you're going to put in your flight number, your airline and flight number. So I'm just going to put in the BVI 32. Then I'm going to hit right soft 2. Okay. After you put that in, you're going to hit left soft 2.
Add line.
And then you can do the Alt R and go home.
Edit red only multi-line KDT
Or
double.
Alt home.
KDT double FLT no. KDTW KCLT dot T.
At the top, you'll see your flight plan.
KDTW KCLT dot T.
KDTW, KCLT.
FL KDTW KCLT dot T. Carriage return. KDTW TT double KCT dot RTE.
It'll say, like this one says KDTW, KCLT dot RTE
TRTE.
for route.
KDTW case FLT no. 1 colon 2
Okay,
S 3
so-
4 colon. Blank 526 colon. Let's return select greater.
I'm going to go to the bottom, do right soft 6 to select it. Now just wait a minute, give it time to update.
CDU message displayed. Route uplink ready.
Then it's going to say route uplink ready. When it does that, that will be when you can do to load it. So what I do when it said that, I do Alt R, refresh it, Alt Home,
24 4 blank 5 blank 6 colon. Let's load.
and there it is. At left soft 6 for less load. So I'm going to hit left soft 6. That's going to load it. I don't think it says out loud when it's done loading, so you'll have to refresh after about 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Yeah, see, it doesn't say nothing out loud. So I'm going to do Alt-R, Alt-Home, go to the
24
bottom,
5 colon activate grader.
and it says Activate Grader, which is Right Soft 6. So when it says that, you'll know that it loaded okay.
Execute key available.
Then it says Execute, so I'm going to do Alt-E,
Execute
CDU
key
message
off.
cleared.
and then it'll say Execute Key Off. Once that's done, now you got to work on your departure and your approach. Okay? So I'm going to Shift Tab up to Dep-R button.
Prep, fit, and fix, prop, hold, bar button, Alt plus D. Pressed.
Hit my space bar, tab
Hold,
down,
prop, fix, and fix, prep, fit, next page, edit red only, multi-line 6 colon, list, blank, 3, blank, 2, blank,
and just go over here and look to make sure we're on the right
1,
thing.
blank, dep slash R index 1 slash 1,
And there it is, Dep slash
dep slash R index 1 slash 1,
R index.
blank,
Okay.
1 colon, list dep KDTWR grader,
So the first thing we want to do is our departure. And at,
blank, 1 colon, list dep KDTWR grader, blank, 1 colon, list dep KDTWR grader, space, space,
let's see.
R grader, KDTW,
Okay.
blank, 1 colon, list dep KDTWR grader, blank, dep slash R
So
index
I'm going
1
to hit
slash
left
1,
off 1
KDTW departures 1 slash
for
3,
my departure from Detroit.
SID runways,
And then I'm going to select my runway first. I always pick my runway and then I'll pick my SID.
1 blank 2 blank 3 blank 4 blank 5 colon KLM 209L,
So I'm looking for 22 right. That's going to be on the second
KDTW departure
page.
2 blank,
Now, when you have more than one page to go through them, you use page up and page down. Okay, not right soft 6. That'll take you to a new menu. You don't want to do that. Just page down. That'll take you to the second page. Like right here, look.
KDTW departures 2 slash 3,
See, it says departures 2/3.
KDTW departures 2 slash 3,
That means I'm on the second page out of 3 total. So I'm going to arrow down.
SID run 1 blank 2 blank 3 blank 4 colon Pavel 222L, blank 5 colon SNDRS 222R, 24-5 colon SNDRS 224-5 colon SNDRS 222R,
Okay.
25 colon SNDRS
So
220,
right top 5 is 22, right?
execute key available,
Now I'm not going to hit execute yet. I'm going to wait till I get my SID put in.
blank 3 colon CLVIN2, blank 3 colon
And
CLVIN2,
right there, the first part of my SID,
blank 3 colon CLVIN2,
the Cleveland 2.
blank 3 colon
So I'm going to do
CLVIN2,
left soft 3.
blank 2 colon stays, blank 2 colon stays, tran 1 colon CLVI tran 2 blank 3 colon, blank 4 colon, blank 3 blank 2 colon stays, colon 2 colon space, STAZE, space, blank 2 colon stays, trans, KDTW
Okay.
SID runway 1 colon trans 2 colon stays,
There's another part of my SID, it left soft 2. Now when you got everything selected, you'll see it because it'll say less CEL.
trans, 1 colon
Look.
CLVIN2 less cell greater 22R,
See, less cell greater, less cell greater. That means you've got your star and your runway on the first line selected. You go down again.
2 colon stays less cell greater,
The transition, that's selected. So then I just do Alt-E to execute it.
execute key off,
Once you do that, you do right soft 6. It takes you back to the root page. And then I shift tab back to the Dep-R button.
prep fix and fix proc hold bar button alt plus pressed, hold but proc fix and fix prep next, edit red only blank 2 colon KCL blank 1 colon list step KDTWR greater,
Alright, let's see.
blank 1 colon list step KDTWR greater,
Okay.
slash R index 1 slash 1, step slash R index 1 slash 1 blank 1 colon list step KDTWR greater, blank 2 colon KCLTR greater,
Okay, now I'm back on the page to select my arrival or approach. So I'm going to set that up by doing right stop 2, because that's where KCLT is.
KCLT arrivals 1/8.
Arrivals 1/8. There's 8 pages of different stuff you can pick from this, but we're not going that far. So I got to pick.
Stars at 1 plant 2 plant 3 plant 4 plant 5 BTSEY 2 ILS 23.
Okay, so then you go to the second page. My runway's not there.
KC at plant 4 CHPTR 3.36 DRNVY 05. Plant 3 CHPTR 3.23 ILS 36R. Plant 2 C plant 1 CHPTR 3.05 ILS 36C. Plant 1 CHPTR 3.05 ILS 36C.
Alright, 36C, there
Stars
it
at
is.
1 CHPTR 3.05 ILS 36C.
At right stop
Execute key available.
1. Remember, I'm not going to execute yet, not until I get my star.
Stars up 1 BANKR 2.G2 BTSEY 2 plant 3 CHPTR 3. Plant 4 CHSLY 4.36B. Plant 5 FILPZ 3.36B.
So what I do to make sure,
Detroit Charlotte.tx Detroit plant arrive RW 36 star PARQR3.TAFTT. Star PARQR3.TAFTT.
Parker 3
Carriage PARQR3.TAFTT.
dot TAF
KCLT plant 4 CHS plant 5 FIL. KC plant 4 MLL plant 5 PARQR 3.36B.
There it
24
is.
5 PARQR 3.24 5 PARQR 3.36B.
let's see.
Plant 5 PARQR 3.36B.
Okay.
24 5 PARQR 3.36B. Plant 4 MLLET 2 plant 5 PARQR 3.3 24
Okay, so it's going to be at
5
5.
PARQR 3.36B.
Left off 5 for Parker 3.
Plant 3 TAFTTSOLMN. Tran 2 LND Tran 3 plant 4 Willem. Plant 3
And there's my-
TAFTT 3 space TAFTT space.
There's my Taft, TAFTT, whatever you
Plant
call
3
it. So
TAFTTSOLMN.
left off 3.
Tran 2 TAFTT Trans 1 PARQR.
Now if you look, it's all selected. Look at line 1.
Stars at 1 PARQR 3 less cell greater ILS 36
Less cell greater, less cell greater. It's got the
Star 1 PARQ.
Parker 3 and the runway 36C.
Trans G's 2 TAFTT less cell greater on slash
And
off
the
greater.
transition that's selected as well. So I'm going to do Alt E for
Execute key off.
execute. There we go. And
Plant
then
3 plant 4 plant 5 plant 6 less index root greater.
I'll go back to the route page. And from there, I'm going to tab down
Refresh, clear, edit, send button, edit rep button,
to the init rep
Rest.
page.
send, edit, refresh button, edit, next, edit read only multi-line 6 less index and 1 limit greater.
Okay.
Perf 1 blank, 1 line dot line slash 19.7% slash 5 GW slash CRZ perf 1 slash 2. GW's perf 1 slash 2.
Okay.
GW1 plan 2 ZF3 reserves transport
So I put in my altitude first on this page,
perf 1 slash
on the perf init page.
refresh, clear, edit blank.
So I do FL0350 right stop 1. That's for the altitude. Alt R,
Edit read only.
Alt home, I'll check it.
Perf G1 line dot line slash 19.7% slash FL350.
And there it is, FL350.
Refresh, clear, edit blank.
Next is my reserve, which is 2.4. And that's at left soft 4. And then cost index is 6 at left soft 5. And before I do anything else, I'm going to check that by doing Alt R and
Edit
Alt
red
home.
GW slash CR perf 1 slash 2 perf G1 line dot line slash 19.7% slash FL350.
Huh. Did my brake just release?
Detroit the Sharp Lockheed Martin Red parking brake on.
It did, I don't know why. That was interesting. Why did you release?
Lockheed Martin.
Okay, anyway,
Perfect.
back on the window
Edit red
here.
only mode GWs 1 colon line dot line slash 19.7%
So,
slash FL.
line 1 is right.
Cancel 2
Go down to my
CFWT 3
reserve.
colon line reserve transalt 4 colon 2.418,000.
2.4.
Cost index per minute.
Cost
5
index.
colon 6 request greater.
That's right. Now on this page, once you get that in, you got to do left soft 3 twice.
Cost it for reserve 3 colon line ZFWT slash CO.
See where it says ZFW
3 colon ZFWT slash CO.
T/CO or whatever?
3 colon line dot line minus 65 degrees F minus 54 degrees C.
It's going to put in some numbers here. Watch.
Execute
CDU
key
message
available.
displayed. Unable 207
Execute
ATS
key.
upload.
ZF 3 colon 132.8 minus 65 degrees F minus 54 degrees C. Reserve trap 3 colon 132.8 minus 65 degrees F minus 50 ZFWT slash CO.
Okay. Uh,
3 colon ZFWT slash CO. 2 colon dash dot dash slash 14 plan slash fuel CR1 colon GW slash act per minute 1 slash G1 plan 2 Z3 colon reserve trap 4 colon 2.418
okay. So once you execute it, like I did,
cost index per minute 5 colon 6 request greater.
I think I already hit execute. Let me hit it again just in case. Yeah,
reserve
I did.
3 colon 132.8 minus
So right soft 6. It's going to take us
N1 limit 1 slash 1.
to the N1 limit page.
Clear edit blank.
Alright, so here's where you basically are setting up your takeoff and your thrust, okay? I always
Land.
do
Land. Refresh edit red N1 limit 1 slash cell slash O red 27K N1 1 colon plus 40 slash plus 2 degrees C 94.6 slash 94.6
so
27K 2 colon less to less act greater less cell greater CLB greater 27 2 colon less to less act greater less cell greater CLB greater.
here's where I usually do left soft 2, right soft 3, and then you don't gotta execute that, you just hit right soft 6 to go to the next page.
Takeoff rep 1 slash 2.
This is the takeoff reference page. You gotta put in your flaps.
Refresh clear edit blank.
So we need flaps 5, so we're gonna do 5 in the scratch pad. Left soft 1, refresh it, alt home,
Edit red
make sure
takeoff rep 1 slash 2
took
flaps
it.
Q1 colon 5 degrees 141
there it is, it took the flap.
flaps 1 colon 5 degrees 141 greater dash dash dash.
So now you see where it says
Flaps 1 colon 5 degrees
5
141 greater
degrees
dash dash dash.
141 dash dash dash. Well, now watch when I copy the numbers over by doing left soft 3 twice. And then I'm going to do right soft 1, right soft 2, and right soft 3. Now look at the numbers.
Flaps Q1 colon 5 degrees 141 greater 141.
See, it put the numbers in there.
Red 27K N1 VR. 2 colon 94.6 slash 94.6 144 greater 144. Red 27 colon 94.6 slash 94.6 144 greater 144.
So look at my
CD
speeds
trim 3
here.
colon 19.7% 5.48 152 greater 152.
152 is going to be the speed that I got to put in. Trim
CD 3
says
colon 19.7% 5.48 152 greater 150.
5.4.
C3 colon 19.7% 5.48 152 greater 152.
5.48. So what I do is usually put, you want to take off, subtract 3 from that. So 3 minus, or 5 minus 3, that's 2. So it'd be 2.8.
CG3 colon 19.7% 5.48 152 greater 152.
2.48. You really don't gotta mess with the trim because it'll take off without you even touching it. But let me see if it even read it.
Lockheed Martin registered Prepar 3D registered V4. Read autopilot instruments disabled. Read autopilot instruments enabled.
Let me do something
TFM is
real
shutting
quick.
down. The folder view list. Team viewer 30. Turtle Beach. Talking flight monitor 7.
I need to reload
App start cursor.
TFM because it's not reading it.
Normal cursor. Talking flight monitor. App start cursor. Normal cursor. Loading airport database. Detroit to Charlotte. Detroit. Talking Lockheed Martin registered pre-park. Parking brake on. Total fuel : 14,490.4 pounds. 2,163.0 gallons. Total fuel flow :
Now, before I take off, I'm gonna fix my fuel.
Trim down 0.09. Trim down 0.07. Trim down 0.04. Trim down 0.03. Trim down 0.02. Trim up : 0.01. Trim up : 0.04.
So I'm looking for 2.48.
Trim up : 0.05. Trim up : 0.07. Trim up : Trim up : 0.1. Trim up : 0.26. Trim up : 0.29. Trim up : 0.56. Trim up : 0.57. Trim up : 0.58. Trim up : 0.60. Trim up : 0.65.
So I'm just spinning
trim up :
the wheel.
0.66. Trim up : 0.68. Trim up : 0.70. Trim up : 0.71. Trim up : 0.72. Trim up : 0.74. Trim up : 1.69. Trim up : 1.75. Trim up : 1.76. Trim up : 1.78. Trim up : 1.79. Trim up : 1.80. Trim up : 1.82.
Okay. Still need to trim.
Trim up : 1.94. Trim up : 1.96. Trim up : 1.97. Trim up : 1.99. Trim up : 2.41. Trim up : 2.43.
Almost.
Trim up : 2.46. Trim up : 2.49. Trim up : 2.50.
Up too much. Back down a little bit.
Trim up : 2.49. Trim up : 2.47. Trim up : 2.44. Trim up : 2.46. Trim up : 2.48.
Perfect. It's weird that my throttle that I had set up for the spoiler, when I've got it pulled all the way back,
Trim up : 2.46.
I can move my wheel forward but not backwards. But to be able to move my wheel both directions, I got to take that lever and put in the middle for some reason.
Trim up : 2.47. Trim up : 2.48. Trim up : 2.50. Trim up : 2.50. Trim up : 2.47. Trim up : 2.48. Trim up : 2.50. Trim up : 2.
Oh, this is touchy.
Trim up : 2.50. Trim up : 2.49. Trim up : 2.49.
Well, it's only off by 1, so I'm just going to leave it. Alright. Now,
no smoking sign off. No smoking. Detroit to Charlotte.txt -notepad row 1 column talk and flight monitor ops 27.fs airlines row 2 column form 1 row 2 column 3 active sky for P Lockheed Martin registered pre Detroit to Charlotte talk and flight monitor row ops 27.1.fs airlines row 2 form 1 row 2 column 3 active sky for P3DV Lockheed Martin registered pre par 3 Detroit to Charlotte.txt -notepad row 1 column 2 talk and flight monitor row 1 column 3 ops 27.1.fs airlines row 2 form 1 row 2 column 3 active sky for P3DV 4 bar command center row 2 column 4. Active Sky for P3DV4 Bar Command Center. Active Sky for P3DV4 Bar Command Center. Lockheed Martin registered Prepar 3D registered Detroit Charlotte.txt Talking Flight Monitor row 2 column 1. Ops 27.1.3 FS Airlines row 2 column 3. Form 1 row 2 column 4. Form 1 VCHK button.
Let me think. What am I? Okay. Oh.
Active Sky for Lockheed Martin registered Prepar 3D. Form 1 row 1 column. Active Sky for P Detroit Charlotte.txt Talking Flight Monitor row Ops 27 FS Airlines row 2 column 3. Takeoff ref 1/2-PMDG 737. Refresh button. Edit red takeoff ref 1 flat 1 colon 5 degrees 141 greater 141. Red
Okay.
2 siege 3 colon 19.7% 5.48 152 greater 152.
Alright, so I need to put these speeds in.
Lockheed Martin registered
Left bracket, Shift S.
Form active Detroit Talking Ops FS Air speed box. Speed edit selected 100. Land ZZ1.
So I'm just going to put 150. It said 152, but I'm just going to do 150.
150.
Okay. Hit my escape
Lockheed
key.
Martin registered Prepar.
And then do left bracket, Shift H.
Heading box. Heading edit selected 0. Land Z.
Heading's going to be 215. I believe. Let me make sure.
Lockheed Martin registered takeoff ref 1/2-PMDG 7 edit red on. Act RTE leg 216 degrees HDG 2.0 heading box. Head 5 land 5
216.
216 MCP heading 216.
So put my heading
Act
in.
RTE legs 1/6
escape,
PMDG
Then
700.
do left bracket, Shift
Altitude
A.
box altitude edit selected 10,000 land Z0
Get rid
Z1
of that. Put in 35,000.
35,000. Act RTE legs 1/6 PMDG 737 CDU edit red only multi-line 216 degrees HDG 2.0
Alright,
NM.
so that's done.
1 2 2 2 3 1 4 2 5 RS6 colon 1.00/0.05 NM.
I'm gonna load my weather real quick. Okay.
Act RTE data 1/6 PMDG 700 land 4 land 596 colon less legs request greater. Land 5 art 6 colon less load.
See where it says less load? So hit left off 6.
Execute key available.
Execute.
CDU message cleared.
That's done. Then we're gonna do Alt D.
F4 25 land 6 colon less forecast.
Right there where it says forecast, left off 6. So we'll hit left off 6 for forecast and left off 6 for requests.
CDU message displayed.
Alright, we'll
Forecast
do a
update ready.
refresh.
Land 4 land 5 day with 6 colon load greater.
And then do right off 6 for load.
CDU message cleared.
Execute
CDU
key
message
available.
displayed.
Execute.
270 KTS at Willem. CDU message cleared.
And there you go. You are ready to go flying. Now, before I stop this recording, not the live stream, I'm saying on my live stream, doing two things at once. Before I stop the tutorial, remember to go through your leg page and get rid of your vectors and route discontinuities, okay? It's simple to do. Let me show you how to do one real quick, just in case you don't know how.
Act RTE legs.
So I'm on the leg page, and you see how
Act
you
RTE
got.
legs 261 colon left parent 1146 right parent 172/1146.
So the first line is good at 1.
202 colon ERI 100
Two is
203
good.
colon ratio 200
Three is
4
good.
colon fall 207
Four is
205
good.
colon CLVIRN 6 colon 1.00/0
5 is good.
Act RTE leg 2/6.
Go to the next page by doing page down.
Act RTE 2.1 colon TFTUN.745/FL313.
Top line's good.
2.2 colon grid.751 colon PUUDL 1.4 colon stays.715 colon TAFTT.
All these lines are
Act
good.
RT 1 colon MAC of 0.12 colon SCRZ 1 colon Willem 2.4 colon SUZ 1.5 colon PARQR
All them lines are
250
good. I'll go to the next page.
Length, Act RT 1 colon PAYK 1 colon FAC 201 colon BBQ 1 colon SEDOX 1 colon VAL. Act RT 1 colon left parent vector right parent 226
Right there.
4599.
At the top on number 1 it says vector. Well, let's look at the line below it.
0872 colon NIVS 172 slash.
Alright, we have a waypoint there. So basically we're going to take line 2 and move it up to line 1. And what's going to happen is what's at line 3 right now
03 colon glossy 100
will move
02
up
colon NIVS 170.
to line 2 and so on. So we're just going to basically just copy over top of line 1 with the active waypoint. So I'm going to do left stop 2, left stop
XCDU
1,
message displayed.
execute.
-270 KTS at Willem.
Act RT 01
CDU
colon
message
NIVS
clear.
4//3.
There it is. All done. So, that's how you do it. I'm not going to be stopping my live stream because I'm live streaming at the moment as well. If you guys got questions, please feel free to send us a message. You can email us info@bvipilots.com. You can also send an email to, well, no, just use that email. Temporary email is info@standpodcast.com. That's just temporary while we get things set up. All right.
Lockheed Martin registered
So-
form 1 row 1 active stop the tweet the talking ops 27 ops 20
I hope that helps
start
you.
virtual stop recording checkbox stop streaming checkbox stop
Like
recording.
I said, for those listening to us from the live stream, stay with us. And those of you that are just listening to the tutorial, if you like this tutorial, please give us a thumbs up. Let me know if I'm doing anything wrong, what I can do to make it better, and also anything that you would just like to see on the channel, or things that I'm doing, or things that I can do to make it even better. Okay?
Stop recording checkbox checked.
We'll talk to you guys soon. I am going to
Stop recording checkbox checked.
stop the tutorial right here. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. And we'll talk to you real soon. Again, this is a tutorial on how to set up your CDU for the PMDG 737. You are now ready to buckle your seatbelt
Stop recording checkbox checked.
and have a nice flight.
Not checked. Stop in recording. Start recording.
Alright guys, now it's just us. Okay?
Act RTE leg 5/6 Lockheed Martin registered pre-part. No smoking sign off.
Taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist.
Thank you.
Generators.
On.
Prokeet.
On.
Anti-ice.
Set.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brakes.
RTO.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Cleared.
Checklist complete.
Runway 22 RKDT.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Flaps 0.
Aha.
Trim up colon 2.47.
Ah.
Set.
Stabilization trim.
God damn you.
Flaps 2.
No, my flaps are not set. I hit my trim wheel, guys.
Flaps 5.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Flight attendants prepare for takeoff.
Let me fix my trim.
Navigation on. Landing on. Trim up colon 2.44. Trim up colon 2.42. Trim up colon 2.45. Trim up colon 2.47. Trim up colon 2.49. Trim up colon 2.47.
All right.
Parking brake off. Auto throttle arm switch on. Auto throttle light on.
Hold on.
Ops 27.1 point act RTE legs 5 slash. Edit red only multi-line selected act RTE legs 5 slash 6066 degrees 8.2 nm1 colon nibs 172 slash 3. Selection room menu blank 1 blank 2 blank 3 pf 4 colon setup greater. Auto 3 drop 2 auto 1 colon less fuel services. Total fuel total 1 colon 14,000 clear edit blank.
CDU message displayed. Verify takeoff speeds.
Edit total L 1 colon 15,299 148. Act RTE legs 1 clear edit blank. Send button. Edit clear scratch but pressed.
CDU
Edit
message
blank.
cleared.
Send button. Edit blank. Lockheed Martin registered. Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D. Added down 1. Parking brake on. Parking brake off. Fourteen knots indic. Flaps 5.
12 knots. 13 knots.
Thrust set.
15 knots.
Takeoff power.
16 knots. 19 knots.
Attitude mode disabled.
30 knots.
Attitude mode enabled.
Speed
41
aligned.
knots.
Right 1.
54 knots. 68 knots.
80 knots.
81 knots. 96 knots. 108 knots.
Down 2.
10.
Down 1.
118 knots.
Left, down 2,
Airborne.
down up 1.
On
Up,
ground.
up 2.
Airborne.
Up 3, left,
V1,
left,
111
rotate.
5, left 1, auto
On
throttle
ground.
arm switch off, up
V2.
1, up 2, up 1,
On
up
ground.
2, up 3,
140
up 4,
knots.
up 5, up 6,
Airborne.
up 7, up 8, up
On
9,
ground.
up 10, up 11,
Airborne.
up 12, up
Positive
13,
rate.
up
Ground.
14,
Gear
up
up.
15, up 16,
151
up
knots.
17,
Airborne.
Landing gear up.
162
18,
knots.
up 19. Trim up colon 0.00,
400
trim up
feet.
colon
VNAV,
0.00, trim up colon
LNAV,
0.01, trim
autopilot,
up colon
LNAV on,
0.01, trim up
VNAV
colon
on,
0.02,
Command
trim
A
up
on.
2, trim up left 3, left 4, left 5, left 6, left 7, left
Command
8,
A
trim up
off.
9, left 10, left 11,
Command
left
A
12,
on.
18, left 13, left 14, left attitude mode disabled, trim up colon, trim disabled. 2,000 feet. Act RT Ops 20 Form 1 active. Detroit talking FS Airlines. FS Airlines. Dash button. Caret button. X button. Home button. Options button. Flight info. Fly. Exit button. Fly. Pressed. FS Air. Dash button. Caret. X. Home. Option. Flight. Fly button. Pressed. FS Airlines. Dash. Caret. X. Home. Option. Flight. Fly button.
Well, I messed up and forgot to hit fly on FS Airlines. Damn it. Well, here's what I'll
3,000
do,
feet.
so I don't drive you guys nuts. I'm going to stop, get the flight ready, we'll take off here in a minute. I want to do that tutorial so it ain't like we did it for nothing. But, trim wheel very sensitive. I think it would have canceled too because we
4,000
bounced
feet.
anyways. 'Cause my trim wasn't set the way it should. What you could do is just don't mess with your trim on the 737. You get better results. After
5,000
takeoff
feet.
checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Engine
Lockheed
bleeds.
Martin Red. Lockheed Martin Red.
On.
No
Packed.
smoking sign on.
Auto.
Landing gear.
Up and off.
Flaps.
6,000 feet.
Up. No lights.
Checklist complete.
Unknown cursor. Flaps 0.
Watch the airspeed. Center tanks below 1,000 pounds.
Center left fuel pump off. Center right fuel pump off. 294 knots. 296 knots indicated. 302 knots indicated.
VNAV.
No smoking sign off.
VNAV.
325 knots indicated.
Ooh,
7,000
ow,
feet.
ow, 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 ow. Hold on.
FS Air Act Ops Form 1 active. The Twin Fish are talking flight 737
CDU
cockpit
message
road.
displayed. Tie on above 10 degrees.
Panels. Electric fuel. MCP 1 of 1. Nav course,
Overspeed
right
warning.
course, left, right FD. Throttle grouping. At arm checkbox not checked. Checked, not checked. On N1
Overspeed
off
warning.
button. At arm checkbox checked. N1 off button. Speed edit selected 1. N1 off button. Press.
Overspeed warning.
Speed edit selected 1. Speed off button. Speed IN. Altitude. Level check. Alt INT. Alt hold
Overspeed
off.
warning.
Verticals. VS button. VNAV on button. Heading grouping. Heading edit. Heading
Overspeed
L nav.
warning.
Autopilot modes group. Heading grouping. L nav on button. Auto approach off. CMDA on button.
Overspeed
CMDB
warning.
off button. CWSD button. CWSD off
CDU
button.
message cleared.
Oh, and I'm going to show you guys something else too. Is
N1 light on. CWSD button. CWSD off button. CWSD button.
the CWS. I'm going to show you guys what that is on the next
Lockheed
stream.
Martin registered. Lockheed Martin
Pretty
registered.
cool stuff.
FS Act Art Ops 27 Ops 20.
So let me get this set back up. I messed up.
Start recording checkbox not checked.
I'll be back here.